So the New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve, Christmas festive celebrations are sort of over, but we definitely probably learned a lot of lessons this year in terms of maybe you went to your family's reunion, or maybe it's the first time you had a vegan Christmas or vegan New Year's Eve, and you see your friends are like, hey, what are you eating? Like, what do you mean you're not eating turkey or dead animals and stuff like that? So you might have experienced a lot of objection, and I always see an objection as a request for more information. But this video I wanted to share a little story. I remember in 1999, a friend of mine, Jade, whom just a bit of bike racing with and stuff like that, a good mate of mine back in the day, really helped me out a lot, getting into cycling and healthy eating. And I remember one time, I just think I was telling a story before to someone, and who you hang around is who you become. So I was a bike courier in '98, and I remember one time I was sitting in this street, and there's this radio company in Adelaide called SAFM, and they have this little car that would drive around. It's called Black Thunder, and they give out free cokes or free meat pies or donuts or whatever. And when you're a bike courier, you're pretty broke and you're always hungry, looking for cheap free food. And I remember over the radio someone said, Black Thunder's in High Marsh Square or whatever. So I went there and got a free meat pie, and I'm sitting there in this sort of street alleyway eating it, and then Jade comes around the corner. And I was like, hey Jade, like, Black Thunder's giving out meat pies, around the corner. He's like, oh, thanks man, but I don't really eat that stuff. And I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, I thought he was mucking around. He goes, oh yeah, it's like full of fucking hog's anus and all this shit, and gizzards and testicles and shit. And I was just like, ugh. And I think pretty much that was the last meat pie I ever ate, or the second last meat pie I ever ate in my life. And he wasn't sort of preachy about it or like hardcore about it. He just said it matter-of-factly, I don't really eat that stuff, it's got this in there, blah 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 blah. And so he planted that seed, and he sort of kept riding. And I was left to think about my meat pie and in the alleyway in the street, and it definitely planted the seed. But anyway, fast forward another year, I was with Jade again on Rundle Street, and he said, it was before work, and he said, like, I'm going to get a burger, because he's starting late shift at the bike courier, DX, wherever he worked at back at the time. And then I said, cool. And he said, come with me. And so we went down Rundle Street, and he's like, do you want one? And I was like, a burger, like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm going to get a veggie burger. I'm like, veggie burger? Okay. And I said, what's it made out of? He goes, oh, it's soy. And I said, soy. And I was like, no, I don't do soy, bro. I don't do soy burgers. I never had one, didn't know how good they were, or how good they could be. Anyway, Jade said, he wasn't pushy again. He just said, look, I'll buy one, try it out. If you don't like it, I'll eat it. I was like, oh, cool, man. So he bought it for me. It's a gourmet tofu burger from Veggie. I'm loving it. This is back in '99. It was like the best burger I've ever had in my life. And I was just like blown away by this burger. So I just planted the seed, but it was just great. So I think when you're introducing new foods to people at Christmas or New Year's, rather than like go, you should eat this is ethical, this is like humane or whatever, just say, hey, what do you think? Try it out. Let me know what you think of it. And often it's good not even to say it's vegan. Because generally if you say something's vegan, people have this thing, I don't eat vegan food. I'm not a vegan, I don't eat vegan food. They don't really understand that sort of mind construct. So I think it's good to say, hey, try this, or what do you think of this chocolate, or what do you think of these chips, or what do you think of this ginger beer, or what do you think of this, or just let people try stuff without saying what it is. And maybe then afterwards they can say, that was actually vegan, And so, but then you don't say, okay, so that was vegan, you liked it, now go fucking vegan, mate. Because if you're too pushy, and we're passionate, we have that zeal, the zeal of the converted. We want to help people help themselves. We want to save the animals, we want to save the planets, all that stuff, and that's really awesome. And we have to communicate at a level that people are ready for in that moment. If you're just meeting someone on the street, you can drop more bombs on them. But if you're going to spend the weekend with them, or the week with them, or you live with them, it's better to be more subtle and honest, but more subtle and less confronting, because then it's easier to uptake, yeah? Think about that. So you look at ways that you can improve your communication skills, because how we communicate really, that's the quality of life we experience, is the level of communication we can give to ourselves and other people, and express what we really truly feel, but also calibrate to that person in that moment what's going to work to help them get in a more positive state or try some better things. It's like when I was working in the bike shop, it's about selling something to someone, understanding what their needs are and triggering those things so they take positive action. And it's manipulation, but it's in a good way. I mean, hey, if someone wants to manipulate me so I can ride my bike faster, have a better quality of life, I'm all for being manipulated. And some people use the word manipulation as like a bad thing, like you're trying to get something out of someone and then that's negative for them. But if you're using certain communication styles or communicating in an effective way, some people say it's manipulative, but if it's for their benefit, I don't think it's a bad thing. Let me know down below if you think it's bad to manipulate people for their benefit and they have more fun. You know, I'm all about having more fun these days. You know, and when you are having more fun, people will see that, they'll sniff that out, and they'll be like, they're lean, they're fit, they're having a good time, they've got a pretty good participation in their daily reality. I want some of that. And when you're just giving off good vibes like that, and it's real, it's not fake, it's real. Like, people can sense if you're having a really good time without drugs or whatever. You know, you're getting up early, maybe you're staying up late having fun, but you're getting up early, you're getting it fucking done every day. When you walk around the house, you got, you know, a bit of zip in your step, a bit of pep in your step, and you're getting it done. And people eventually feed off that. And you don't have to say anything. You know, let your talk be your walk. Hang on. Let your walk be your talk. Because who we are speaks so loudly, no one can hear a word we're saying. But if you just meet someone for 10 seconds, then often you might have to say something to them. But have fun, use a bit of wit, a bit of sarcasm, a bit of sense of humour. But, you know, buy food for people, let them try them out. And maybe don't tell them it's vegan straight away. Because otherwise they'll be like, oh, you know. Because if you're not vegan and someone says you're vegan, then you might not want to fucking eat it because you're thinking, oh, well, that's not really what I'm into because I'm not a vegan. It's just like if someone started doing vegan burgers and it said suitable for carnivores, I probably wouldn't buy it because I'm not a carnivore. So communication, man, focus on that and you'll just have a fucking a lot better time. Trust me.
Second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now.